almost 4 p.m. and I just woke up from a nap. My whole bottom lip is one giant cold sore, herpes, if you will. And I was really hoping there would be at least a quarter of my eyebrows left. There is, thank God. Whatever. It's fine. It's how I look. It's not really any of my business. It's just my job to stare at myself. What was I gonna say? I just woke up from a nap. So there's so much shit going on around me, and none of it has to do with me. But my God, if the people around me, they can't help but involve me. Hooker, they can't help but involve me. I can't find my glasses either. I flung those bitches off like they were a bra, okay? A pew! You know what I mean? A fling. So there's a lot of people around me. I feel like this time of year, every year is the time of year for breakups and divorces. And there's so many people around me that are fucking breaking up and getting a divorce. And before you're like, do you know how many times in my life my friends and my family have helped me move after a breakup? A lot. And then several times, I'm not proud to admit it, they had to help my ass move right back in. You know what I mean? Whatever. How many times my friends and family have let me couch hop, even when I was a teenager after a breakup. After I broke up with my first boyfriend, my friend's mom let me move in without hesitation. My God, my dad let me move into his house and offered me his bedroom and told me he would sleep in his camper. I just am in debt. Ugh, that hurt. I don't know what happened, but that shit hurt my nose. What the fuck? I'm just in debt, I feel, to the people around me from how much they've helped me through the years, especially in the years when I was in active addiction. And they helped me even though I had kids. So everybody's always like, "Shit, what did you do?" Because there's not enough in things that I could do for some people in the world that would pay them back, especially whenever I was being a pain in the ass addict and also whenever I had children, and both. So anyways, I can't even remember what I was saying. A lot of times my mouth gets running and my thoughts get away from me and I forget what I'm talking about, or I forget where I'm going with any fucking thing that I'm saying. Anyways, there's a lot of people breaking up and getting divorces around me, and a lot of people reach out to me because they know. They fucking know that I'll help. And I feel like ever since we got the Jeep, it's been a little bit worse because we have a rack thing on top that you can haul shit with, and okay. And when we had the van, oh my God. Yeah. So I've had this person in my family that has been going through a breakup for a couple of weeks now. But they had to go out of town for work. And basically the chick was like, "Get your shit." Get your shit. And they're out of town, so I was like, okay, I'll get it. It's fine. If it's so black and white as me showing up and grabbing it and leaving, I'll do it. I'll do it. And they were like, "I just need you to grab my clothes for me, my winter, because I'm working outside and it's starting to get cold. I need you to get my winter clothes for me. Everything else I will figure out." Well, apparently this hooker forgot that plan. That's something else. But the thing is with me, every time I've ever had anybody help me with moving and shit like that, I've always tried to be the least amount of a pain in the ass as I possibly could be. At least I can give you fucking that. You know what I mean? If you're helping me, I'm gonna try to make this as easy on you as possible. It's just nobody seems to pay me that same courtesy, They live for the dramatics and the chaos, I think. At least I'm fucking convinced that they do. So for the last couple of weeks, the day that I was supposed to run and grab these clothes has changed. The time that I was supposed to get these clothes has changed. Well, last night, plans had not changed for a week. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, we can get this shit over with. I can stop fucking stressing about it. About 8:30, I'm laying here. I'm watching the new Garrett Watts video, which, by the way, I was giggling and laughing for the majority of it, the first 75% of it. And then there was one, when they actually got inside of where they were investigating, there was a fucking light glare on the floor that made my soul leave my fucking body. I felt true fear in that moment. And it was a glare from the fucking, like, flashlight. And the thing is, neither of them, like, brought it up. I just saw it and got scared. Like, I felt true fucking fear from this, and nobody brought it up. Nobody brought it up in the video. So I was like, okay, dummy. My phone rings. Hey, she said that she would meet you halfway. Since it's you picking it up, she said that she would meet you halfway because that would make it as easy on you as possible. Sorry, bitch. It's already been complicated because you keep changing the time in the day. So, like, I was like, oh my God, that would be the fanciest fucking thing in the world. That would be the coolest, fanciest, most champion move you could possibly fucking make. If you did that for me, having to drive 15 minutes rather than 30 would be just like eating it up because it's so delicious, you know. I'll call you back. I'll let you know if that is actually what we're going to do. She offered. I want to let her know that you said yes, okay? The rest of the night goes by. By the way, I was falling asleep peacefully, like a little tiny panda bear, just snug in the grass, saucy. Nobody called me back, so then I couldn't fall asleep. Nobody texted me. Nobody called me back. I couldn't fall asleep until like 2. 6 a.m. rolls around and I wake up and I can't fucking go back to sleep because I know that I have this shit to do. Whether I'm meeting her 15 minutes away or 30 minutes away, I have shit to do. And you know how I am. I can't fucking sleep whenever I know that I have shit to do because I'm terrified of oversleep. No missed calls, no missed texts. So I decided to get up. I was so fucking hungry that I was in pain and I get real fucking hangry. Like, yeah. Slap my picture next to the definition of hangry. Oh my God. It's bad. It's bad. But I was so hungry that I went to make a protein coffee. And the protein shake hit my belly, it caused me physical, like it hurt. It hurt. And I asked Epps if he's ever been so hungry that when he actually got something in his belly, it caused him physical pain. And he was like, no. Maybe I'm a fucking freak of nature. Am I a freak of nature? Has that ever happened to anybody? Like you're starving. You're like, we didn't have anything in the house but Hot Pockets, but I ate a bunch of Hot Pockets yesterday. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just get something to eat on the way, you know? And it hit my stomach and it hurt. It like stung. You know, I felt like swallowing air. And Epps was like, I don't know what you're talking. I'm like, oh my God. For once in my life, am I actually not like other girls? I've never had a unique experience before in my entire fucking life. I know. There's somebody out there that's also been so hungry that it was painful when they finally got to eat. About 15 minutes before it's time for me to leave. Nobody's called me yet. Nobody's called me. So I pick up my phone and I do something that I never do. I call them. Bitch, what the fuck is the plan? Well, she never got back a hold of me to confirm, so I'm just going to guess that the old plan is what's gonna happen. You know what I said? You know what the fuck came out of my mouth? I said if somebody calls me or texts me when I'm halfway there, and bitch, I do not pick up the phone when I am driving. I value other people's lives and not getting a ticket more than that. And also, I'm hooked to my Bluetooth. I'm not going to have the panic set it. I said, if somebody calls me or texts me when I am halfway there and tells me I'm going to the wrong place and I see it, I'm turning around and I'm going home. And also, if I get there and she's not there, I'm going home and I'm blocking all of you bitches. All of you! And then there was the issue of I took a wrong turn. I ended up in this town that's right beside my town. I fucking hate driving through there because it's one of those places that it's like, where are the speed limit signs? Where the hell are the speed limit signs? Like the whole damn town just feels like a fucking speed trap. And then I'm driving and I see toll bridge ahead. Panic. Fucking panic. I don't know if you can ever see my little jack-o'-lantern jar over there. That's where I keep all of my change. And I recently just filled it up. So I was like, bitch, did I take all the fucking change out of my fucking purse? Thankfully, I didn't. So I pull over in this donut shop parking lot. And I'm digging through my purse and I find 4 quarters and I'm like, all right, bitch, you fucking got this. Go to pull out. Is that a curb or is it part of the street? The whole fucking town is like that. The whole town is, I hate it. I hate it. And unfortunately, that's where my back doctor and my eye doctor are. But I try to avoid it at all fucking cost. So I get to this gas station that they call the Crack Shack because they sell crack pipes. And I turn onto this bridge that it was not the right bridge. It was not the right bridge. It is a bridge that is so dangerous that they're like, don't stop. Don't stop. Every 3 feet, there's a sign. Do not stop on the bridge. Get your fucking ass across. Don't even stop for an emergency. Bitch, if you stop, you better be broken down because this bridge hasn't passed inspection in 50 fucking years. Wrong bridge. Wrong bridge. Get to the end. Didn't have to do none of that. Didn't have to fucking stop at the donut shop and get out my toll money. Didn't have to confuse the fucking curb with the street. Didn't have to do none of that shit. It's the wrong bridge. I get to the end. Oh my god. Oh my god. I pop out at a light. I get to the light. I turn on my blinker. Oh my god. I realize I can't turn right here. So and by the way, at this point, I am on one of the busiest and most dangerous streets in that state. Yeah. So I pull into the CVS parking lot and I'm like piddle fucking around trying to find the best exit to go out of because there's no red lights. There's no fucking like stop signs anywhere to help you get out of this parking lot. Like nothing anywhere that makes the traffic that's going by obligated to chill the fuck out long enough for you to punch your fucking gas and get out. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure illegally drove all the way through there. I went behind these like dumpsters and went into some kind of chain restaurant that's got like a cowboy hat and like a Texas thing, and I went out that way. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got a break in traffic long enough to do it. Let's not question it because I fucking did it. Finally get to the right light, get on my way, and I'm driving like 15, or not 15, probably like 10 more minutes. I think I'm close because in here I thought I knew where it was. In here I thought, okay, it's right beside my friend's house. Bitch, it was not. It was like a half a mile up the street. It was in an apartment complex. I thought I knew where I was going. So I pull over at the 7-Eleven and I'm like, I thought that this apartment complex was across the street. It's not. There's a funeral home here. I thought it was beside the funeral home and across the street from my friend's house. Like my sister used to live in these apartments. I thought I knew exactly where they were. No. Oh, it's just a little past that. It's just a little bit. Bitch! No, it was not. The houses kept getting further and further spread apart. And the fields kept getting bigger. And I'm thinking, I am looking for a fucking apartment complex. Is this apartment complex going to be in the middle of a cornfield? I thought for sure I was going to keep driving and run into fucking Pennsylvania or something. And then out of nowhere, there it was, like a fucking half a mile past where I thought that it was. And I show up and everything goes great. Everything goes great. She hands me the stuff. The only thing that didn't go fucking great. The only thing that wasn't on the fucking agenda for the day. I was supposed to be being handed like 2 totes of clothes and some work boots and a welding helmet. That's it. My entire Jeep ended up packed full of stuff, which is fine for the most part because I have a house. I am a 34-year-old adult. Sometimes I have to remind myself, but you're a 34-year-old fucking married mother of 2. Homeowner, car owner, partially functioning fucking adults, you know. Laughable. Questionable. My back seat's full, my trunk is full, the fucking seat beside me is full, floor and seats are full. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of shit, and I'm like, where am I going to put this in my house? I have 4 cats, 3 dogs, and 2 children that are nosy. They take after their mom. The original plan was that I was going to get these 2 totes of clothes, and they were going to bounce around in my vehicle for a couple of days until they could be picked up. And that was it. So now I'm like, okay, we're going to have to find a spot in the house for this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Immediately, I bring it inside. What's that? Hello, what's all that stuff? I was like, oh my God, Bubby, please stay out of it. It's not ours. Please stay out of it. And if you see the kitties laying on it, shoo them away. But that's not just, that's not the fun part. That's not the fucking fun part. That's not the fun part. Oh, it's so fucking fun. I somehow, some way, lost the keys while Epps and I were bringing stuff into the house. Yeah. And he kept saying, baby, you're home. You made it home. They're here. He's like, they're here. They're here. Like, they have to be here. You got here. Like, they're here. I was downstairs for like 30 to 45 minutes, right? I went into the kitchen. I went into the living room. Those were the only places that I was. The front yard and out by, on the porch and out by the Jeep. And that's it. So my fucking ass is outside digging in the grass like a goddamn squirrel. Fucking right. I came upstairs and started digging around in the bedroom, even though I had never, like, brought them up here. Like, I had not been into the fucking bedroom at that point. But mind you, I hadn't eaten yet. And my mind is running fucking wild with possibility. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to have to call a locksmith. And we don't have the money for a locksmith. Oh my God, we're never going to be able to use our Jeep again. I really fucking was thinking like that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick finally gets his license. And because he's like the 100th person or something like that to get his license, they give him a free vehicle. And then he drives it around. And when it runs out of gas, he throws it away because like he thought that meant that it didn't work anymore. He just threw a whole working vehicle away when all he needed to do was put gas in it. Me, when I fucking panic. We looked for like 20 minutes. I'm not even joking. And it's on like, what are they called? Lanyards? It's with like a fuck ton of keychains. I was out in the street looking I was on my fucking hands and knees in my socks. It has been raining all day. I'm outside in my socks, sloshing around in wet socks, like fucking throwing leaves over my head, looking for these keys on the lawn. I know my neighbors are looking at me like I knew the bitch was crazy, but like, more than confirmed, you know. Tore up the Jeep, tore up the bedroom, tore up the bathroom, tore up the kitchen. And you know what? Epps kept being like, baby, you made it home. You got here. You haven't left. They're here. As somebody that loses things that are unlosable all the time, things that just like, how many socks do our children lose? Things in this house disappear into a fucking void, you know, all the time. To me, it is possible that something just disappears and never comes back. Epps did eventually find them. I sat on the bed and was staring at the fucking wall, I was just mentally not there. I was starving, I was tired, and I was mentally fucking gone. I was flying through the astrals. So upset. And he comes upstairs and he's like, yeah, they were buried deep in the couch. And by that, I'm going to guess that means that they found a hole and probably ended up like a fucking rogue hole somewhere in the couch and ended up on the floor underneath of it. The conclusion with that, though, is that we're going to get an air tag for the fucking key. And then I ate lunch. And then I took a nap. And here we are. My belly hurts. I'm so happy. You guys want to hear how badly my brain spirals whenever I'm hungry? Oh my God. So I got home and I was hangry. I told myself that I was going to stop and get food on the way there, and I fucking didn't because I was like so worried that my phone was going to ring or something like on the way there, and I didn't want to deal with it. That's all I could focus on. So anyways, I forget to eat, so I'm sitting around hangry and I'm like, bitch, I'm so hungry. I'm so tired. What if I'm not going to have time to film today? What if I'm not going to have time to vlog today? What if I post this video that I filmed the other day that I never posted, which is just a video of me doing my makeup with I'm not speaking or anything in it. There's no voiceover. It's literally just me doing my makeup with like captions of the products and music over it. Like, you know what, like, that's all that it is. And somehow that spiraled into the fact that I don't think that anybody would watch it. And then it spiraled into the fact that I didn't think that anybody would watch the video that I posted yesterday, but it's up to almost 300 views. And then I'm like, oh my God, what a viral sensation. No, I'm kidding. Like, that's most people would just shut down their channel. But the thing with me is that I want to remain a niche internet oddity, and the thought of going viral on YouTube makes me want to fucking vomit. Oh my god, bitch, you're so not like other girls. Like, oh my god. I have gone viral multiple times on TikTok and didn't run with it, so therefore did not build my career off of it because I don't want to be perceived. I like being a small creator. So then I start fucking like flying through the astrals. Oh my god, what's gonna happen if like too many people watch my video? What's gonna happen if I'm perceived by too many? Bitch, we're sitting at about 300 views. It's not like the time that you were at work and you look down in your video that when you left your house had 35,000 views and suddenly had 5 million. It's not like that. But I spiral. Oh my god. I get this like one little thought in my head and it fucking snowballs. It snowballs. One of my worst fears is success. One of my worst fears is success. And why am I thinking about that over a video that got 300 views? Because I spiral. Because I catastrophize everything. I gotta shoe goo my boots. You guys probably don't remember, like even the ones that have been here like for fucking ever, probably don't remember last year I got those black and orange boots and I wore them twice. And during Vlogmas, one of them broke. And like the second time that I wore it, Ev's got some shoe goo. And I'm like, oh my god, it's only been a year. Basically, it's been what? 10, 11 months now at this point. Let's finally fix them because I'm never wearing them. I'm like, I can't, they're not doing, nothing's happening with them. I'm not wearing them. I'm not selling them. They're literally just sitting with the rest of my shoes. Eb's got some shoe goo to fix his gym shoes. They're FUBUs. Call me fucking Dr. Seuss. That rhymed unintentionally. So I think I'm going to sit down and try to fix them. Because what's the point in having them if I can't wear them? You know what I mean? I think I'm going to try to fix them. He said we had to have this stuff to be able to close it or something like that. I think I can do it. I can be a cobbler. Or is that what they're called? I can do it. They're too cute to not wear. I only got to wear them twice and the fucking bottoms fell off. And I actually posted a video of me like unboxing and reviewing them and like trying them on and everything. And I had somebody get into the comments of it like 3 months later and they're like, oh my god, I'm so happy that you posted this because I was going to buy these and I wanted to see somebody actually wear them. And I was like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I don't have enough followers and I'm not paid enough and this is not sponsored for me to lie to you. The whole fucking bottom fell off when I was in public. And not only was I in public, I was leaving a store. And there was a group of kids coming out of another store and they were being really, really loud. And I was nervous. So I started like running across the parking lot, like half running, half walking, looking fucking ridiculous, I'm sure of it. And I had a hold of E, like E's arm was in my arm and I was trying to get the fuck in my, nothing makes me more nervous in public than groups of loud people, particularly loud teenagers. So I'm just fucking hobbling away from them as fast as my shoe breaks. My boot breaks. So while I'm trying to like hobble away, the sound of the bottom of my boot smacking is bouncing off of the building and just echoing in the parking lot. It was the funniest thing in the world. Like how much I spent on them to the side. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go because it's almost 5 and I'm going to work on my shoes and stuff and I will vlog it. I'll just start my vlog for tomorrow. And D is at his dad's and it's just E and he gets really bored. Like, it's so funny to me, but also relatable because I also have a sibling, actually 2 siblings that are extremely close in age with me. And when I was around them, I wanted to fucking strangle them and then they would go away and I would be bored as shit. Well, basically, that's my kid. So I'm going to go downstairs, probably set up a little table in my living room and hang out with him and try to fix my boots and vlog a little bit. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.